Emilia Clarke, Daenerys Targaryen. Welcome
Hi.
to Thronecast.
Thank you very
for
much.
coming in. I'm going to do a little bit of a summary here. Now, you were married for the political benefit of your brother
Yes.
to a man who doesn't speak your language.
Yes.
Somewhat aggressive in bed at first, kills your only surviving family member.
Somewhat aggressive in bed, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
Then you fall in love with him.
Yes.
Get pregnant.
Yes.
Lose the baby. Then the husband. Now, I can only
Yes.
assume you didn't draw from real life. How do you begin to get into that sort of character?
Yeah, well, I mean, the books, really, genuinely, is where I kind of got everything from and continue to get everything from, George's imagination. So I read them and read them and read them and read them. And so I was sort of fully prepared. But then physically doing it, you just try and kind of replace it as best you can.
Because in the books, George is brilliant at writing all of your thought processes.
Yes,
and obviously
exactly.
we only see you from the outside.
Yeah. So trying to silently portray George's narrative was difficult. But as an actor, I just love getting my teeth into roles. So it was just a joy to be able to have so much to work with and so much to kind of fight against and for and yeah.
Yeah, one of the strongest female characters, I would say, in the whole of it, if not
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting because it's unlike the others. It's not just that she's kind of a woman dealing with a man's world. It's that she's a girl dealing with a man's world, and that's kind of, I think, the shocking thing is that I do look quite young in it, which is kind of alarming, and so it's sort of struggling to be taken seriously in that sense.
Okay, now bringing us back up to date, your
Yes.
character, as we were just saying, literally taking charge and literally taking a journey in this series.
Yes.
How did working in the desert compare to series 1?
Yeah, well, they don't like to make it easy for Dani. So, yeah, it was kind of just along similar lines. Yeah, I mean, there's, without giving too much away, there's not a huge amount in the desert. Okay. But it was just another thing for me to get my teeth into, another thing for sort of, I like it when there's stuff to physically work against, because it kind of sort of, you feel like you can get more from it, really.
And again, without giving too much away. Now, obviously, we've only seen the first episode so far. So in the book, there's some really amazing scenes that Dani has. Have we got those? Have we got some amazing
I don't think the
sequences
fans will be disappointed.
Fabulously
with
put.
season 2 in any way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about the fans, there was a massive fan following before the TV series was even made.
Yeah.
Expectation absolutely huge.
Yeah.
How has the fan reaction been to your portrayal of Dani?
Well, I'm one of those people that tries very hard to not look or read anything at all. Kind of Curiosity Killed the Cat in season 1, and I saw something that wasn't nice, so I thought I'm just going to stay away as much as I can. But it's one of those things where good or bad, you kind of end up knowing about it somehow. Some lovely person will tell you if it's well received or not. And my main aim was to keep the fans happy, because it's kind of, it's their imagination that you're playing with, and they're such loyal, brilliant fans that I kind of didn't want to disappoint in that way. So I hope that I haven't done with season 2 either.
So loyal, in fact. Have you seen your bust? I'm going to show you that before you have to. I'm going to just do it for the camera as well. That is amazing, isn't it?
Oh,
what did you think when you saw that?
Did
it frighten you a
I'm not
little
sure,
bit?
a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of want to put makeup on her.
Yeah,
And sort of
absolutely.
do her hair.
Start braiding her hair.
Yeah. I just think that my mum wants one. Yeah.
To keep it at home when you're working away more than anything. Okay, so you
Put me
are
at the dinner table.
just pop her there.
Yeah,
How are you
exactly.
today, Emilia?
Yeah.
You are in the midst of a meteoric rise. I mean, you only graduated, 2009?
Yeah.
How is it?
Life-changing. I mean, genuinely, I can't kind of recognise my life to what it was before Game of Thrones. But it's, I mean, incredible, amazing. It's what I dreamt of happening and never really thought that it would. So I keep thinking I'm going to wake up. I keep pinching myself and I'm still here. So it is kind of a fairy tale in that sense.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Without giving anything too much away, is there one thing that was a favourite of yours that we can really look forward to from series 2?
For season 2, it's my babies, it's my dragons. They are just incredible cast members, and it's kind of the idea of that I've lived with for the whole of season 1 is kind of coming to life in season 2. It's just incredible.
When you're filming that, do you have a model, or do you have nothing and you are sort of literally pretending?
Well, we're in so what we did for the camera rehearsals is we had a life scale model that I got really maternal over and really protective over, and kind of, yeah, they were like my children. It was bizarre. And then we were actually doing it full camera. There was nothing there at all. So yeah, it was just kind of putting my imagination to the test.
Okay, one last thing, completely
CGI to the test.
off of topic really, but
Yeah.
the hair.
Yes.
Do you keep away from the blonde because you'd just be too recognisable? No.
Well, no, it's a wig.
Is it?
Yeah, no,
so we
it's a wig.
discussed this, the team earlier on.
Yeah.
We said, well, it can't possibly be. It must be dyed and
No,
extensions.
no, it's a wig. It's a wig. 2.5 hours later, and I look like Dani.
Wow,
Yeah.
every single day.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm incognito all the time, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, because you look completely different
Yeah,
as a brunette.
yeah.
So I think that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on
No
Thronecast.
worries. Thanks for having me.